I'm going to do your favorite thing, which is ask you a sports talk radio question.
All right.
You love this sort of
I mean,
thing.
you knew it was coming, Kurt.
I know. It had to come at some point.
No, there's invariably there are questions asked of Kurt, and the answer is always going to be like, how should I know right now?
Right.
Why are you asking me this question
Right.
right now? I don't know as much as you do. I mean, other than the fact that I watch film all the time, and you're a Hall of Famer. So I just gave my power rankings list.
Okay.
And I go back and forth here. You know, Chiefs are undefeated. Lions have one loss, but they are playing... They're eviscerating everybody.
Yeah.
And it seems like the Chiefs are doing this, that, the other thing, and getting through. Best team in football, Lions or Chiefs? You just saw the Chiefs on Monday night on Westwood One Radio. What do you think?
I'm going to go Chiefs. And it's solely because, I mean, you look at both teams. Like, I love the Lions offense and maybe the best offense in football right now. Still have a lot of questions about their defense. So I look at it and go, okay, if these two teams were to match up, who do I like in that matchup? And it would be a great battle between the Lions offense and the Chiefs defense. I love the Chiefs defense. I think it's the best defense in the league. And so then you flip it on the other side. And even though the Chiefs offense hasn't been explosive, it's fun to watch Patrick Mahomes every time out because you may not appreciate it if you don't really know what you're watching. But when you know what you're watching, you appreciate the fact that he just makes the right play in the moment almost every time. And that may just be a check down. It may be him buying some extra time, like we saw on Monday night, buying some extra time, going out, and then a little flip over the top for the touchdown.
Well, suffering an ankle injury that had him prone 2 seconds after flipping that ball.
Exactly. Or San Francisco. Remember the play, he's running out of the pocket and goes to the sideline, and all of a sudden he stops on the sideline. A guy runs by him, and he runs for 40. Like, he makes those kind of plays routinely in every single game. And so where we see this offense and say, oh, this offense isn't great, I think he makes the offense great, and not just because of, the incredible arm or the incredible throws that he makes, but it's how he plays in the moment. And it's just like we all knew when the coin toss said Chiefs get the ball, we all knew they were going to go down and score. Like, you just know. And it didn't have to look pretty. You just knew he was going to make the right play all the way down the field. They were going to finish this game. And so because of that against the Lions defense, I would give the edge to to the Chiefs in that matchup as much as I like what the Lions are doing.
So you don't give them the ball first in the Super Bowl overtime, you lose.
Yeah.
You give them the ball first in regular season overtime, you lose.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the sort of situational football that you see from them, and so I appreciate your answer because that matches up with what I said.
Okay, nice.
And that makes me feel really good.
Oh, interesting.
That makes me feel really good about myself.
Did anybody disagree? Does anybody go Lions?
Oh, yeah, absolutely Lions.
You would definitely go absolutely Lions.
If they played in the Super Bowl, the Lions are more physical.
Than the Chiefs' defense?
I don't know about that.
Baker put up some points.
No, I mean, Baker did put up some points. I thought that was one of the worst games their defense had played.
Yeah,
but normally their defense is really physical, inside and outside. I mean, I think that would be a great matchup between both of them, and that's why I lean to the other side and go, where would you put your money? And I'm going to put my money on 15.
Always.
Yeah.
That's
pretty much.
15's that man. As long as he's got two working legs and they only have to work well, as we saw. I'm betting on
without that dynamic pass rusher. I mean, Aiden Hutchinson changes everything.
Well, they did get Za'Darius.
They did, and I love Za'Darius. But again, he's not Aiden right now. And so that's another thing when you got Patrick Mahomes. You have to make sure he stays in that pocket and beats you with those guys throwing the football. And if you can't do that, that's where he's been the difference maker.
And surprised, DeAndre Hopkins just needed one, home game to start getting on the same, if you will, page with him. With Mahomes.
I mean, that was fun to watch. I mean, that's exciting when you make a move like that and he shows up in that manner. And even the one play, the special throw by Patrick into three guys and DeAndre going up and getting it, now it's back to that mode where it's like, oh, I can do that with him? Like, now we've got that guy where I don't have to make the perfect throw every time. So if DeAndre Hopkins can be that guy, I like the Chiefs.
All right, another sports talk radio question. Since that went so well, that went better than you thought it
That was good.
When I first set it up that way,
I got to share a little analysis to go with it, so I can do that.
Exactly.
I can do that.
I'm not just
I appreciate that.
any sports talk radio host.
Wasn't just give me your top 5.
Thank you.
We've got Kurt.
But do you have a top 5?
I probably would, but I don't think from those terms, so I would have to think about it.
He would have to think. And the man he's jet lagged, just like I am. All right,
He
everybody
slept,
back
though.
off.
He's
I did sleep. I feel pretty good right now.
Hey,
Actually.
Kurt Warner.